Prayer works. So we're gonna talk about how prayer works. You pray to God, you get blessed, and I'm gonna show you an example of a story of when I've been blessed from a simple prayer. All right, so the day I turned 22 was in 2014. It's the first day I confessed my sins to my wife, and this is where a simple prayer that I prayed to God completely transformed my life. So I confessed a sin to my wife that I essentially cheated on her. So I confessed this sin to my wife, and it started a journey towards my salvation. Essentially, I believe God was telling me I needed to quit my job as a competitive athlete and coach. I was doing CrossFit and mixed martial arts, and I needed to do something that would be a better fit for my future wife and kids. I quit my high-paying job, and I started bagging coffee for $9 an hour. I was getting paid a whole lot more, 50 plus an hour, which I make a lot more now. At the time, I took a major pay cut, 50 bucks an hour or more to $9 an hour. I felt like a complete loser, but I was trying to follow God. During this time, my wife and I prayed together one night, and we asked God, can we please work at a farmer's market booth together so that we can heal our marriage and so that we can just be together more often and we don't have to be separated by work. 24 hours from this prayer, we're flying back to Hawaii. Remember, I was just bagging coffee at that job for $9 an hour. We fly to Hawaii, we unpack our bags, and we go to Whole Foods, which is our favorite date spot on Oahu. We run into a guy sampling coffee. I had just given up my job to bag coffee, so I was able to talk coffee with this guy. He invites me to a cafe. He says, bring your wife, and we go to this cafe the next day with this guy and his business partner. Before we even shake his business partner's hand to introduce ourselves, he says, you guys look like you'd be the perfect brand ambassadors for our farmer's market. Brain explosion. We didn't tell them that we prayed about working at a farmer's market together. This was 48 hours before we had this conversation. We didn't tell them anything. We didn't say, hey, we want to work at a farmer's market. Hey, we want to work together. Hey, we're looking for a job. We didn't say any of that. And within 48 hours of that prayer, they offered us the exact job together that we prayed for. But wait, it gets better. So day one, we go and work at this farmer's market booth, and those two business owners get in a fight. They're duking it out verbally, and they ended up splitting very egregiously their business into two pieces. A farmer's market business and an online business. The guy who gave us the job, the original guy I met sampling out coffee, he says, hey, I got the farmer's market business. You guys are gonna be my brand ambassadors. Run my business while I go look for jobs, because he was the one paying me. So we faithfully work his farmer's market for 1 month. At the end of that month, he finds a job in New York City and gives us the business. So he literally gave us the business that my wife and I prayed for just to work together at. We didn't want to make millions of dollars. We didn't want a business. We just wanted to work together at a farmer's market. That's all we prayed for. But God didn't just give us a job. He gave us a full-on business. We got that business handed to us 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, this November, we will have been given that business, which is crazy to think about. We prayed a humble prayer to God, asking him just to work together. That's it. We didn't ask him for anything crazy. I just wanted to work together with my wife so we could have a stronger marriage and patch up the mistakes that I made. And God blessed that substantially. Now 10 years later, we've got a company that represents natural organic goods, the same ones we were serving at that farmer's market across the United States of America. We have brand ambassadors from our team in over 20 states, and we have more than 100 people doing demos and sampling events and selling our products into stores now on our team. That is the power of prayer. I've had many other prayers that I've prayed that have changed my life significantly, But I just want to give you one example of how prayer has changed my life in a practical way. It's healed my marriage, and it's also given me a business. What I'm telling you today is go home, turn off your phone. If you need to, kneel down, lay down, I don't care what you do, dim the lights, and just say, hey God, are you real? And if you're real, please, I need help with this. Ask him for help with something, and then comment down below within 24 hours if your life has changed. Appreciate you guys. God bless.